I want to talk to you today about something you do almost every day without a second thought. Something that feels clean and healthy and restorative, and yet that, done a certain way, may be quietly working against your skin, especially after 60. I'm talking about your shower, and more specifically, hot water and harsh soap. Now, let me be honest and calm with you right from the start, because the dramatic framing of this topic can make it sound like your shower is harming you, and that's not quite right. A shower is good and necessary, but here's the genuine, worthwhile truth underneath. As we age, our skin loses its natural protective barrier, and the way many of us shower, with water that's too hot, soap that's too harsh, and scrubbing that's too vigorous, strips away what remains of that barrier, leaving older skin dry, itchy, cracked, and more vulnerable. So, today I want to explain what your skin's protective barrier actually is, why it weakens with age, how hot water and harsh soap damage it, and exactly how to shower and care for your skin in a way that protects rather than strips it. Because this is one of those small, everyday things that, adjusted slightly, can make a real difference to your comfort and your skin's health. Let me start with what your skin's protective barrier actually is, because understanding it makes everything else make sense. Your skin's outermost layer is a remarkable protective shield. Think of it like a brick wall. The surface skin cells are the bricks, and holding them together is a kind of natural mortar made of oils and fats, including the natural oils your skin produces. This barrier does two crucial jobs. First, it holds moisture in, keeping your skin hydrated, supple, and comfortable by preventing water from evaporating out. And second, it keeps harmful things out, bacteria, irritants, allergens, and other threats from the environment. So this barrier is genuinely your skin's last line of defense, the thing that keeps it moisturized from within and protected from without. When that barrier is intact, your skin feels comfortable, smooth, and resilient. When it's damaged or stripped away, moisture escapes, leaving the skin dry, tight, flaky, and itchy, and the door is open to irritants and to cracking, which can let in bacteria and cause inflammation. So, the health of your skin depends enormously on the health of this protective barrier, and protecting it is the key to comfortable, healthy skin. So, let me explain why this barrier weakens as we age, because this is why the topic matters so much more after 60. As we get older, our skin changes in several ways that all undermine that protective barrier. The skin produces less of the natural oils that form the mortar, holding the barrier together, so the barrier becomes weaker and leakier. The skin holds less moisture and becomes drier overall. It gets thinner and more fragile, and it renews and repairs itself more slowly. The result is that older skin has a weaker, more compromised barrier to begin with, which is exactly why dry, itchy skin is so common in older adults, and why the skin becomes more easily irritated and damaged. So, you're starting after 60 with a barrier that's already diminished, already producing less of its protective oil, already struggling to hold moisture. And that's precisely why the everyday things that strip the barrier, hot water, harsh soap, vigorous scrubbing, hit older skin so much harder than younger skin. There's less reserve, less oil, less resilience to spare. Your skin's last defense is already running low, which is why it's worth protecting carefully. Now, let me explain how hot water and harsh soap actually damage that barrier, because once you understand the mechanism, the solution becomes obvious. Start with hot water. Hot water feels wonderful, especially on a cold morning or aching joints, but it's genuinely hard on your skin's barrier. Hot water dissolves and strips away the natural oils that form the protective mortar, the same way hot water cuts through grease on dishes far better than cold water does. So, a long, hot shower literally washes away the oils your skin needs to maintain its barrier and hold its moisture, leaving the skin dried out afterward, that tight, sometimes itchy feeling you may notice after a hot shower. The hotter the water and the longer you're in it, the more oil is stripped. Now, add harsh soap. Many traditional soaps, especially strong, foaming, heavily fragranced ones, are designed to cut through oil and dirt, and they don't distinguish between unwanted grime and the natural protective oils your skin needs. They strip both. Harsh soaps can also disturb the skin's natural, slightly acidic surface, which is part of its defense. So harsh soap, especially used all over the body every day, further strips the barrier. And then add vigorous scrubbing with a rough washcloth, a loofah, or just energetic rubbing, which physically abrades and damages the already fragile older skin and its barrier. Put hot water, harsh soap, and scrubbing together daily on older skin that already has a weakened barrier, and you have a recipe for stripping away that last line of defense, leaving the skin dry, tight, itchy, flaky, and prone to cracking. So, the dramatic framing has a real kernel of truth. This common way of showering genuinely does strip aging skin's protective barrier. So, let me get to the practical solution, because the good news is that protecting your skin's barrier is simple, and you don't have to give up showering or being clean. It's about how you shower, not whether you shower. First, turn down the temperature. Use warm water, not hot. Warm, comfortable water that doesn't leave your skin red or feeling tight cleans you perfectly well without stripping away your oils. This single change, warm instead of hot, makes a real difference. Second, keep showers and baths shorter, because the longer you're in the water, the more oil is stripped. A brisk wash is gentler than a long soak, especially a long hot soak. Third, switch from harsh soap to a gentle, fragrance-free, moisturizing cleanser, the kind labeled gentle, hydrating, or for sensitive or dry skin, which cleans without stripping. And you don't need to soap your entire body every day. The areas that really need soap are relatively few: the underarms, the groin, the feet, while the arms, legs, and torso often just need water or a touch of gentle cleanser, since over-soaping dries the skin. Fourth, be gentle. Don't scrub with rough cloths or loofahs. Use your hands or a soft cloth and wash gently, because your skin is more fragile now. Fifth, and this is crucial, pat your skin dry gently rather than rubbing, and then moisturize immediately within a few minutes while your skin is still slightly damp, because applying moisturizer to damp skin traps that moisture in and is far more effective than applying it to fully dry skin. And use a good, thick, fragrance-free moisturizer, a cream or ointment rather than a thin, watery lotion for dry skin. These simple changes, warm water, shorter showers, gentle cleanser used sparingly, no scrubbing, and immediate moisturizing, protect and even help rebuild your skin's barrier, and they resolve a great deal of the dryness and itching that older adults suffer. Let me dwell a moment on moisturizing, because it's the single most powerful thing you can do to support your skin's barrier, and many older adults simply don't do it, or don't do it well. Moisturizer works by adding back the oils and moisture your barrier needs, helping to seal moisture in and reinforcing that protective layer. For older, dry skin, thicker creams and ointments generally work better than thin lotions, because they're richer and more effective at sealing in moisture. Apply moisturizer at least once or twice a day, and crucially, always right after bathing while the skin is still damp, to lock in the water. Pay attention to the driest, most exposed areas: the arms, the lower legs, the hands. Fragrance-free products are gentler and less likely to irritate. Making moisturizing a daily habit, as automatic as brushing your teeth, is genuinely one of the best things you can do for aging skin, both for comfort and for maintaining that protective barrier. So if you take away one practical action, let it be this: moisturize regularly and generously, especially right after your warm, short shower. Let me address a few related things that affect your skin's barrier, because showering is part of a bigger picture. Dry indoor air, especially from heating in winter, pulls moisture from your skin and worsens the dryness, so a humidifier in dry seasons genuinely helps your skin hold its moisture. Harsh laundry detergents and fabric softeners can leave residues that irritate fragile skin, so fragrance-free, gentle ones are kinder. Rough, scratchy fabrics like coarse wool against the skin can irritate, while soft fabrics are gentler. Staying hydrated by drinking enough fluid supports your skin from within, and protecting your skin from sun damage, which weakens the skin and its barrier over the years, helps preserve what you have. So, while how you shower is a big piece, supporting your skin's barrier also means humidified air, gentle laundry products, soft clothing, good hydration, and sun protection, all working together to protect that last line of defense. Let me explain why all this matters beyond just comfort, because a stripped, dry skin barrier is more than an itchy nuisance, though the itching alone is worth preventing. When the barrier is compromised and the skin becomes dry and cracked, several real problems follow. The persistent itching can disturb your sleep and wear on your quality of life, and scratching damages the skin further, setting up a vicious itch-scratch cycle. Cracked, broken skin can let in bacteria, leading to infections, which are a genuine concern, especially in older adults whose skin heals more slowly. Dry, damaged skin is more prone to conditions like eczema and dermatitis, and fragile, poorly protected skin tears and bruises more easily. So, maintaining your skin's barrier isn't vanity or mere comfort. It genuinely protects against itching, infection, skin breakdown, and the discomfort that can quietly diminish daily life. For older adults whose skin is already more fragile and slower to heal, protecting that barrier is a real part of staying healthy and comfortable. That's why this everyday adjustment is worth making. Let me also be clear, honestly, about when itchy or troubled skin warrants seeing a doctor, because while most dry, stripped skin problems respond beautifully to gentler showering and moisturizing, some don't and shouldn't just be endured. See your doctor or a skin specialist if your dry, itchy skin doesn't improve with good skin care and gentle showering. If you have a persistent rash, redness, or skin that's cracked, weeping, or looks infected. If the itching is severe, all over your body, or disrupting your sleep despite good care. Or if itching comes with other symptoms like yellowing of the skin, unexplained weight loss, or fatigue, because as I've discussed elsewhere, persistent generalized itching can occasionally signal an internal condition. So the framework is gentler showering and diligent moisturizing for ordinary dry, stripped skin. But a doctor's visit, if it doesn't improve, looks infected, or comes with other symptoms. Most of the time, though, the simple changes are the answer. Let me paint you a picture of how this commonly plays out, because it captures the problem and the easy fix. Picture a man in his 70s who, especially in winter, finds his skin increasingly dry, tight, and itchy, particularly his arms and lower legs. Sometimes flaking, occasionally cracking. He's miserable with the itching, especially at night, and baffled because he showers every day and feels he's keeping clean and healthy. But his routine is exactly the problem. Long, hot showers that feel wonderful on his stiff joints. A strong bar soap used all over. A vigorous towel rub afterward, no moisturizer. And a warm, dry, heated house. He's stripping his already diminished skin barrier every single morning. He learns what you're learning today, and he makes simple changes. Warm instead of hot water, shorter showers. A gentle fragrance-free cleanser used only where needed, gentle patting dry. A thick moisturizer applied right after every shower, and a humidifier running in winter. Within a couple of weeks, his skin is far more comfortable. The itching settles, the flaking and cracking heal, and he's astonished that the problem was his beloved hot shower routine all along, and that such small adjustments fixed it. He didn't have to stop showering. He just had to shower in a way that protects his skin rather than strips it. That's exactly the point. And let me speak directly to those of you caring for or close to an older person, because dry, stripped skin is common, uncomfortable, and easy to help. You might notice a loved one with dry, flaky, or itchy skin, scratching frequently, or with cracked skin, especially on the arms and lower legs. You can help with the simple, effective measures, encouraging warm rather than hot showers and shorter ones, providing a gentle fragrance-free cleanser instead of harsh soap, discouraging vigorous scrubbing, and, above all, helping them moisturize regularly and generously, especially right after bathing, which is the single most powerful step. You can set up a humidifier in dry weather, choose gentle laundry detergents, and provide soft clothing. For someone who needs help bathing, gentle technique, warm, not hot water, and prompt moisturizing protect their fragile skin and prevent the cracking that can lead to infection. And you can encourage a doctor's visit if the skin doesn't improve, looks infected, or the itching is severe or comes with other symptoms. Helping an older person protect their skin barrier relieves real discomfort and prevents real problems, from a few simple changes to an everyday routine. Let me draw this all together. Your skin's outermost layer is a protective barrier, like a brick wall held together by natural oil mortar that holds moisture in and keeps irritants and bacteria out. And it's genuinely your skin's last line of defense. As we age, the skin produces less of its natural oil, holds less moisture, thins, and repairs more slowly, so that barrier is already weakened after 60. And the common way many of us shower, with hot water that dissolves away the protective oils, harsh soap that strips them further, and vigorous scrubbing that damages fragile skin, strips away what remains of that barrier, leaving older skin dry, tight, itchy, flaky, and prone to cracking, with all the discomfort and the risk of infection that follows. The solution is simple and doesn't mean giving up your shower. Use warm rather than hot water, keep showers shorter, switch to a gentle fragrance-free cleanser used only where needed, don't scrub, pat dry gently, and moisturize generously right after bathing, supported by humidified air, gentle laundry products, soft clothing, hydration, and sun protection. And see a doctor if the skin doesn't improve, looks infected, or the itching is severe or comes with other symptoms. So, here's what I'll leave you with. First, understand that your skin has a protective barrier that holds in moisture and keeps threats out, that this barrier weakens with age as your skin makes less of its natural oil, and that protecting it is the key to comfortable, healthy skin after 60. Second, recognize that hot water, harsh soap, and vigorous scrubbing strip that already diminished barrier, which is why the common shower routine leaves older skin dry, tight, and itchy. Third, make the simple changes that protect rather than strip. Warm, not hot water, shorter showers, a gentle fragrance-free cleanser used sparingly, no scrubbing, gentle patting dry, and above all, moisturizing regularly and generously, especially right after bathing while the skin is still damp. Fourth, support your skin further with a humidifier in dry weather, gentle laundry products, soft clothing, good hydration, and sun protection. And fifth, see your doctor if your skin doesn't improve with good care, looks infected, or the itching is severe or comes with other symptoms. You don't have to give up the shower you enjoy. You just have to adjust it so it cleans you without stripping away your skin's last defense. So take care of yourself, shower gently and warmly, moisturize faithfully, and protect the barrier that keeps your skin comfortable and healthy. And because persistent or troubling skin problems sometimes need professional care, please treat skin that doesn't improve, looks infected, or itches severely as your reason to see your own doctor rather than as a substitute for that visit.